Yo, it's your motherfucking boy, the whole fucking show, B Lyfe, man. You rockin' with Heritage Hip Hop. You already know the shit, man.
DMX is better than JayZ. That's a matter of perspective, whether anybody agrees or disagrees. It all comes down to identity.
Right.
Because JayZ was for the hustler. JayZ is for the guy who was smooth talker. JayZ is a Jake. He's a person who'll talk you out your shoes if you let him.
Right.
But DMX was the hard reality of the inner city brought to your living room. And both of these guys, in context, represented the hood. Coming into your brand of hip hop, I want to ask you, who is the hood? Rather than what is the hood?
I mean, you can't really say who's the hood or what's the hood because everywhere got a hood. That's just like, prime example, I'm from Miller Street, 385 Miller Street, Vauxhall, New Jersey, and a lot of people wouldn't consider that the hood. But if you came down there at the wrong time, something might have got done to you, you know what I'm saying? So everywhere, something can happen to somebody anywhere. It's just more or less the what you project. Like out here, prime example, I seen people's mothers die, I seen little kids get hit by gunfire, all type of things. And same thing in Newark and Irvington, East Orange or whatever. So it's like, it's all the hood. It's just what you portray or what you glorify from it. Like me personally, and a lot of my music, I talk about shooting. I talk about, you know, what I'll do to somebody or whatever. But it's more or less me talking the story of what I've been through already. You know, everybody that knows me now at 18 to me at 32 is two different people. You know what I'm saying? Like the glow up, the change, you know what I mean? More or less, like, it's more about, my thing is now, back then was about talking about my hood, my block, like I said, glorifying the streets. Where now it's more of me just telling y'all my story and trying to get my family out of like, I live in the projects right now. So the fact is, like, that's the goal, to get my family out of there and my kids in one location. Outside of that, ain't nothing else important. It's not even about like, oh, you know, I'm hooded than you, cause like, what's that gonna get you?
Confused, because that's the point of my question. The hood is not a person, but we give the hood its personality. Confusion, because we give the hood its personality. The hood is not a bad place. It's the conditions in which we think and the conditions that we've been put in that make the hood the hood. And unfortunately, the thing that makes hip hop and everywhere the hood synonymous is pain. Pain is the language of truth. What is your truth and why do you convey it in your music?
I mean, if you watch my last track, I mean, or my last video rather, it was self-explanatory. Since 28 to 32, I've been locked up 9 times. I lost my twins throughout that to a car crash. That's the tattoos on my lower back. My grandmother died 2 weeks ago. So it's like, that lady raised me all my life. So, you know, it's, about to snip it? Well, yeah, you know, pain is something that everybody goes through every day. It's just more or less how you go about, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what's your reaction after the pain? Where mine is, while my grandmother was fighting her battle for them 3 years, I was on stage as representing for her. And, you know, like I said, I lost step brothers to brain aneurysms, you know, close friends and family to gun violence in the streets. Like, my little cousin was banging grape for 3 months and he was shot and killed in Elizabeth. So, you know, pain is always going to be that music that a real nigga could feel, you know what I'm saying? But more or less, you got to know how to be versatile, like how I said earlier.
Versatility in the hood. That's something that we got to think about, because the hood always changes. But once again, the pain is the relevance of the music and the voices of the people that live there. Because the Ghetto Boys once said back in the 90s, the whole world is a ghetto, but every ghetto's not a hood. Can you tell me the difference?
Right, that goes right back into what I was saying to you earlier, you know, like Newark, You got Avon, you got Urban Turner, you got all these hood blocks that a lot of people wouldn't even turn down. And then you got Vauxhall, you got Miller Street. A lot of people will second guess that block and they might turn down on it, but don't know that it's the same thing happened to you on that block from them blocks.
So how would you define New Jersey?
Jersey is this is how I personally feel. If you catch a few of my interviews, it's the same thing. I feel like they got content with being a shadow of New York, because if you go to New York, the New York niggas is promoting one another. They in each other's videos, they posting each other up and all that good stuff, and that goes right back down to where it started at with Atlanta and them niggas. They all do that too. But Jersey not trying to do that. They more worried about, like you said earlier, this one doing this, or that one doing that, or I'm here and he's there, instead of trying to grow with one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like, I said this earlier, I feel like there's no one better than me because I'm an artist. I'm supposed to feel like that, but I also feel like I'm not in a class with nobody. I feel like we're in like a bracket. So like, I'm in that bracket. If you in that bracket, then that's what's up. If you're not, then you ain't.
Respect. Most importantly though, from what you said, a bracket is not a competition, but a bracket is a proving ground.
Right.
So when you prove yourself, not only does your name live for what it is, your skills last as well. What makes a fan listen and hear you rather than bob their head and just be like, oh, that's what's up?
I got energy that's crazy, and then on top of that, it's just the fact is, a lot of this stuff that I'm saying, a lot of these people know that it's truth to it behind it, or it's like, you know, they can really vibe with it, like they might have been through that. You know what I'm saying? Or know somebody that been through that. So it's real. Like, it gets no realer than, you know what I mean, Joe B. That's why it's life. Life is real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had an easy life. But if a lot of people that know me, or you ask a lot of people that know me, they'll tell you I stay smiling. And they be like, why you going through this? Because at the end of the day, bro, you can't make or break it. You feel me? Like, if I'd have let it make or break me, I wouldn't be here right now. Like I said, 9 times in 4 years I was arrested. You know how many times I thought about, like, fuck this rap shit, you know, just go back to my regular shit. But I had people that kept pushing me forward, like niggas I was locked up with, or like when I go pick up my kids and their friends, like, oh, that's your dad, he on YouTube. Like that little shit. My nieces, like, they call me on FaceTime, Uncle Joe B, you're famous. Like, you know, so that's when I started realizing it's just more than me now, you feel me what I'm saying? Then of course, like, shout out my manager, you feel me, he took time, even before we signed the deal, you feel what I'm saying? And he was pushing me as well, like, and being in my head, like, yo, come on, bro, you know better than that. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't no perfect person, you feel me? I'm still a street nigga, so I be trying to fight my demons with it, but it's gonna happen. I'm in there now.